All right. We're going. All right.
2 cards.
All right.
And then
I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat.
okay.
I want to eat.
All right. So there are days in our lives where we have to push just to wake up. We have to really work really hard to put our feet on the floor and get moving and start our day off. We start getting grumpy and tired and we want to go back to bed. And this is the chance where we can make a change. We can make a choice to either continue to be grumpy and be unhappy or push past all of that into a positive day and into positive thinking. I struggled for years with negativity. I was very grumpy all the time and pessimistic all the time. Just figured nothing's ever going to go right, so I'm just going to live with that and I'll be fine. But I got tired of living that way because I was so unhappy, and so I decided one day I was just going to make a change, and it started out small, making small changes, like starting out with words of positive affirmation. I started saying nice things to myself instead of angry things, and positive self-affirmation is actually proven to be a very effective tool towards positivity. Psychology Today actually published an article about positive self-affirmation, and in the article Carnegie Mellon University did a study and proved that people who provided themselves with positive words actually reacted to stress better, and they reacted to stress better, and they performed better in their job and in school. So that's pretty cool. Another thing I started to do was I started to intentionally seek out things that made me happy. I started doing things I enjoyed, and I started finding ways to enjoy the things that I didn't usually enjoy. But I would seek out things that made me happy. If I was having a day where I was completely grumpy, I would go get a cup of coffee, because for me, a cup of coffee is happy. So that made me happy. Another thing I started doing was moving my body more. Movement actually increases happiness. Harvard Medical School psychiatrist John Ratey wrote a book called Spark, The Revolutionary Science of Exercise in the Brain. And he actually states in his book that only 10 minutes of movement, even if it's not active exercise, but 10 minutes of movement actually changes your brain and actually changes the way you think and changes your perspective and your outlook. So that's a good thing. Another thing you can do is find a mentor. If you cannot think of ways to stay positive or find ways to make yourself happy, find someone that can help you in that direction. Pamela Krim is the founder and creator of the Smokin' Hot Mamas Club and Big Life Mentoring. And each month she mentors over 300 women. And those women, she gives them insights on ways to think positively and to focus on the positive things in every single day rather than the negative. And she actually breaks things down into day-by-day chunks, and it makes it a lot easier to focus on the happy things. So those are some things. Another thing you can do is start writing goals. Write a list of long-term goals and write a plan of action on how to achieve them. Forbes magazine did an article on goal setting, and in the article they had done a study on graduating Harvard MBA students. They asked each one of the students to write down their goals, their long-term goals for the future, and only 3% actually wrote down the goals and wrote down a plan of success or a plan to achieve them. And 10 years later, when those same people were surveyed, those 3% were earning 10 times the amount of money as everyone else in their graduating class, because they had a plan of action and they went after it. Writing it down is like a self-affirmation. It's a way to confirm that that's something that you're going to do. It's a commitment. Another thing you can do is start with short-term goals. Write small short-term goals each week. You know, they may seem ridiculous, but write a goal like have coffee with friends. You know, listen to my friend's speech, you know, and every time you have a little goal that you've achieved, celebrate it. Celebrate everything, because even if it's a teeny tiny success, a small success is still a success. So each one of those successes should be celebrated. And obviously there will be times where it's hard to focus on the happy things. You know, when life hands you lemons, make the best lemonade you've ever had in your life. Write down 10 things that you're thankful for. I've actually done this. When I was told to do this the first time, I thought it was the cheesiest and most ridiculous thing. But now I do it as a practice. When I start to get really unhappy, I'll like take myself somewhere else and I'll write down somewhere on anything, even if it's a napkin. Just start writing down things I'm grateful for. By the time I hit number 5, my mind is just thinking about things so much. That's all I can focus on are the things I'm grateful for. And I have way more than 10 that I can write down. And I pretty much have totally forgotten what made me upset to begin with. So it really does work. Another thing you can do is get a change of scenery, take a drive, go for a walk, go talk to a friend. Talking to friends helps a lot too. Talking to a friend, talking to a mother or a sister or anyone, just talk it out. Try to find someone that can listen objectively to help you get a change of perspective. And once you're done talking about it, let it go. Do not revisit problems that you've let go. And you will be more successful in changing your point of view. Another thing that people need to learn how to do is say no. Don't compromise your values. Lifehack.com did an article called How to Live Your Life to the Fullest, and they state in the article, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. If you have too much going on, just say no. No can be an extremely powerful word. It sounds negative because the word is no, but it actually helps you stay positive because you don't have too many things weighing you down. Another thing you can do is to just jump in, you know, have fun. Have fun with your kids. You know, if your kids say, Mom, I want to go swimming. You know, don't say to yourself, oh, you know, I don't want to go swimming with them and make an excuse to sit out. You know, I don't want people to see me in my bathing suit. You know, who cares if they see you in your bathing suit? Your kids are going to remember how happy they were when you went with them. And you're going to feel better as a person yourself. And that's going to make a big difference. And that's going to help you change your outlook. Again, like I said, I used to be a very negative person. I complained all the time. So making these small changes has made a big impact on how I live my life. And I still have days where I struggle, and I still have days where it's hard, but I really try hard to focus on as many positive things as I can. And it's made a big difference. So hopefully it can make a big difference for you. In the words of Helen Keller, keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see a shadow. And I completely agree. The end.